Hey, welcome back to our study in the Gospel of Mark from the Berean Post. Once again, my name is Dwayne, and I got to tell you guys, this just isn't theory for me. I've pastored and I've walked away from systems that, in my opinion, just don't hold up to Scripture. And I've also wrestled with the scriptural text, and to be honest, I've also lost more than a few arguments over the years. But here at the Berean Post, the goal is simple. We want to cut out past cliches and get to what the word actually says, even when it doesn't fit into our neat little theological traditions. So today, before we step into John the Baptist, I just want to stop and ask this question: who was Mark and why did he write? And why does his gospel feel like a fire alarm compared to the others? Well, so who is Mark? Mark wasn't just one of the 12, he was John Mark. We know a little bit about him. He was the young guy in Acts who abandoned Paul and Barnabas halfway through a missions trip. And Paul wasn't really very happy about that. If it happened today, Paul would likely have made a Facebook rant about him or something like that. But later, Mark became Peter's close companion. And early church writers say that this gospel is basically Peter's sermon scribbled down. And you can hear it. It's just blunt, urgent, no polishing. This isn't ivory tower theology. I mean, it's like frontline reporting. And why this is why it hits differently. Mark likely wrote from Rome in the 60s. Okay? So he was writing again from Rome in the 60s. And Christians at that point were being thrown to lions and set on fire in Nero's gardens like candlesticks. And that's why there's no Christmas story here. There's no shepherds. There's singing peace on earth and goodwill to men. There's no wise men. There's no baby in the manger. I mean, Mark goes straight to demons shrieking, crowds pressing in, and he doesn't waste any time on sentiment. No, no, no. Not when your friends are being hunted, as was in Mark's case. Mark's favorite word, is immediately. Jesus heals immediately. The crowds gather immediately. He's in one town immediately and immediately in the next. It's the shortest gospel. It's got like 16 chapters. And when you read it, it's just like breathless. It's like Peter telling it in one sitting. And Mark doesn't sanitize the disciples. He shows them stumbling, clueless, even terrified, which is encouraging because let's face it, if Jesus only used the all stars rather, then you and I would be benched. Now, compared to the other gospels, Mark's is quite unique, and here's why. Matthew wants you to see prophecy fulfilled. He's always saying, as it was written, as it was written. Luke gives you, shall we say, the careful historian's account. And John gives you this theological depth and perspective with the seven signs and I am statements. Mark, he gives you the bare knuckle in your face Jesus. Not the Jesus who politely knocks on your heart's door, but the one who storms in and flips your tables over. You flips your tables over. Oh, here's the rub. Sometimes we can treat Mark like it's a bedtime story for kids. His first readers, however, they treated it like a survival guide. They clung to it the way a drowning man clings to a rope or a life preserver. So let me ask you this. Do we really want the Jesus of Mark, the one who's unpredictable, confrontational, who promises a cross, not comfort? Or do we prefer the safe, domesticated Jesus we can hang on the wall and ignore? Mark doesn't give us that safe Jesus. He gives us the Son of God who casts out demons, silences the storms, and demands everything. Well, that's it for today. And thanks for joining me here at the Berean Post. And if this podcast stirred you in any way, please visit thebereanpost.ca. You'll find more studies and you can sign up to stay connected as we release new blogs and episodes. And hey, signing up is free. There's no hidden fees, no prosperity gospel seed offerings. It's just the word raw and unpolished. So next time we're going to take a look at Mark chapter 1, 2 to 8. And I actually will start with verses 1 um, and go from there. We'll see how far we get, but we'll deal with the one who was crying in the wilderness. But again, let me ask you this question. Do you want a comfortable Jesus or the Jesus who comes crashing into your world and won't let you stay the same? All right, friends. Until next time, stay rooted in the word rather. Stay rooted in the word, stay Berean, and be ready to follow the one who never stops moving.